Fantasy anime is one of the most watched genre on anime. Today we gonna show you top 10 fantasy anime. Number 10, 7 Deadly Sins. In a world similar to the European Middle Ages, the feared yet revered Holy Knights of Britannia use immensely powerful magic to protect Britannia and its kingdoms. However, a small subset of the knights supposedly betrayed their homeland and turned their blades against their comrades in an attempt to overthrow the ruler of Lions. They were defeated by the Holy Knights, but rumors continue to persist that these legendary knights, called the 7 Deadly Sins, were still alive. Nanatsu no Taiza is an epic adventure of the main character, Meliodas, trying to get into a young girl's pants. You could consider Meliodas a pedophile, since he is over 3,000 years old. Anyway, the anime's pretty good. It's got some unkyo characters to say the least. The animation lacking, to be honest. There's a lot of animation derps and farts. If you are looking for a shonen anime to quench your thirst of that sweet innocent bit of action, I guess you would enjoy this anime. Number 9, Violet Evergarden. The Great War finally came to an end after 4 long years of conflict. Fractured in two, the continent of Telesis slowly began to flourish once again. Caught up in the bloodshed was Violet Evergarden, a young girl raised for the sole purpose of decimating enemy lines. Hospitalized and maimed in a bloody skirmish during the war's final leg, she was left with only words from the person she held dearest, but with no understanding of their meaning. This show is just such a joy, and I look forward to each Thursday when I can watch the next episode. Violet's maturing is so heartwarming, and the side characters slowly becoming accustomed to Violet gives this show so much charm. I really recommend this anime for its enjoyable nature, if not for anything else. Number 8, Made in Abyss. The Abyss, a gaping chasm stretching down into the depths of the earth, filled with mysterious creatures and relics from a time long past. Made in Abyss is quite original in handling the fantasy setting, and I have to say that I'm glad something like Made in Abyss was able to come by. How the author was able to build a culture around an enormous crater is quite plausible. Made in Abyss provides variety and satisfaction, and it even provides the knowledge of the author, such as medical assistance and ecological terminology. Number 7, REIZERO. Shortly after being summoned to a new world, Subaru Natsuki and his new female companion are brutally murdered. But then he awakes to find himself in the same alley, with the same guys, the same girl, and the day begins to repeat. This show is very captivating and breathtaking. It's packed with very intense moments that can, and will, make you jump off your seat and bump you to death with adrenaline rushes. Give me more. Number 6, Berserk. Guts is a skilled swordsman who joins forces with a mercenary group named the Band of the Hawk, led by the charismatic Griffith, and fights with them as they battle their way into the royal court. Berserk is truly one to deserve the title epic in the history of anime. It is an obligatory watch for anyone who likes Japanese animation. It is a classic right there among Evangelion, Miyazaki's works, or any other anime one might deem ageless and undying. It is right there among them, shining in their midst as the bloodiest gem of them all. Number 5, Drifters. At the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, Toyohisa Shimazu is the rearguard for his retreating troops, and is critically wounded when he suddenly finds himself in a modern, gleaming white hallway. Faced with only a stoic man named Murasaki and hundreds of doors on both sides, Toyohisa is pulled into the nearest door and into a world completely unlike his own. This could be a much better show, if not for the shallow plot, which can get better, and the crappy animation, which won't get better. Number 4, REIZERO. With the promise of granting any wish, the omnipotent Holy Grail triggered 3 wars in the past, each too cruel and fierce to leave a victor. In spite of that, the wealthy Einsborn family is confident that the 4th Holy Grail War will be different. Namely, with a vessel of the Holy Grail now in their grasp. Solely for this reason, The much-hated Magus killer Kiritsugu Emiya is hired by the Einsburns, with marriage to their only daughter Irisville as binding contract. Kiritsugu now stands at the center of a cutthroat game of survival, facing off against 6 other participants, each armed with an ancient familiar, and fueled by unique desires and ideals. Accompanied by his own familiar, Saber, the notorious mercenary soon finds his greatest opponent in Kairikoto Mine, a priest who seeks salvation from the emptiness within himself in pursuit of Kiritsugu. Number 3. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It is about 2 brothers' search for a philosopher's stone after an attempt to revive their deceased mother goes awry and leaves them in damaged physical forms. This is one of those anime that will leave you feeling empty after you finish it. And I mean that in a good way. I've invested so much emotions in this story, in these characters, that when it's finally over it left me feeling lost. That is how amazing this is, and I'm not just saying that. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is quite a masterpiece in my opinion. Number 2. Hunter x Hunter. It is about Gon Freaks aspires to become a hunter, an exceptional being capable of greatness. With his friends and his potential, he seeks for his father who left him when he was younger. Hunter x Hunter, 2011, is an intelligent battle anime with a fantastic story, excellent characters and fights that involve a lot of strategy. Separating it from most of its genre, the series subverts shonen tropes and boasts unpredictable plot progressions that make it truly unique. Number 1. Attack on Titan. This anime is something that lives up to its hype and does a good job having a really serious tone, but also giving off some comedy to balance it out. The story is something that has been done often, but this is one that emphasizes humanity's survival. The art is top quality and is the best of the 2013 season to make every battle scene beautiful and movements very clean. The characters were all really well developed.